Amanda Ronnie. Hello, I'm Amanda. A lot of you do know me because I was in PRS for 6 years. Now I am the Skill Companion Lead. This is a phenomenal program. It's a somewhat newer program. We recently, in the last couple of years, just expanded it. So, first and foremost, what is a Skill Companion? A Skill Companion is a companion dog. They're well-trained, well-behaved pets. They are not service dogs. They do not have access rights. They're not therapy dogs. So they are living at home with a family. We go through a pretty extensive process that I'll go through later to go through our applicants and make sure that they're qualified, make sure we're doing a the right match for them. But they're intended to bring comfort and support to the individual or family. We have 5 different types of skilled companions. We have the kids companions. We have Gold Star family dogs. We have skilled companions for veterans, skilled companions for adults with vision loss, and active military families. So, jump into the dogs real quick. So our process for the dogs, we will evaluate them once they've been released from all working careers. The Skill Companion team will go through and we'll do a pretty thorough process of evaluating them. We'll get their house manners, how are they on stairs, because some of our applicants have stairs. How are they how are they with body handling? Are they okay with that? We just pretty much look at the dog all over. What are we looking at? What is their personality like? How are they with other dogs? How are they with the cat? Phil is phenomenal. He's a fantastic resource. If anybody has seen Phil, he's our kennel cat. If selected, the dog, we will take a look at the dog. We'll work with them on crating, settling, car rides, basic skills, loose walking. Just make sure that they are all around, easy to handle, easy to manage in the house and in public and in the car. Some of our people like to travel a lot, so we want to make sure that the dog's going to be great. Once the dog is ready for placement, we will look at our applicant list and we will figure out who is going to be the best fit for this dog. We'll then reach out to the applicant, let them know we have a dog for them, and then we will bring the dog to their home. We will go through usually 2 to 4 hour process to make sure that the applicant is comfortable with the dog, handling the dog, the family is comfortable with the dog, and that the dog is going to behave itself in their house. So, requirements for a skilled companion: good house manners, good with body handling. We want a dog that's going to be okay if a small child goes up and just starts mauling it. They want to be snuggly. A lot of our people, that's what they want. They want the snuggliest, loveliest dog that they possibly can get. So a dog that's like, please don't touch me, not necessarily going to be the best skilled companion. Good on leash. Some of our applicants don't necessarily have the best leash handling skills or dog management skills. So the dog has to be well behaved on leash. A lot of our applicants are also older. So we don't want a dog that's going to accidentally hurt somebody, knock them down or anything like that. We also don't want a dog that's going to be super challenging for them and make them never want to leave their house with it. Good crate manners. We do require that all of our applicants, our recipients, do crate their dogs, so the dog has to be well behaved in the crate. Good in the car. A lot of our people like to take their dogs places, even though they don't have public access rights. We have a lot of people that like to take their dogs to pet stores. They like to take their dogs to the park. They travel with them. So the dog has to be well behaved in the car, and then not excessively vocal. So we do have a lot of applicants. I'll go through numbers later. But we do have a lot of them that are veterans that maybe have PTSD, and a dog that is going to be alert barking at everything might be triggering. Or if you have small children in the house and the dog is barking all the time on top of the children, it might be overwhelming. So we do require that the dogs are not excessively vocal. Some barking, they're dogs. They're going to do it. It's what they do. Even you. Yeah. Okay, so on the human side of things, the application process. So it is a multi-step process. So your applicants will fill out an application online. They have to provide 2 references, and they have to complete a background check. So we want to make sure that the dogs are going to somebody safe and who's going to care for them. So we do make sure that there's nothing sketchy about these people before they receive the dogs. We review the application, and then we schedule a phone interview. So we go through, we have a 4 or 5 page interview list of questions where we'll go through everything in their life. What are they looking for? What does their lifestyle look like? What does their family life look like? Because that'll play a very important role later on when we're matching them with the right dog. Once that phone interview is done, we schedule a virtual home visit. They take us around via Zoom, and they show us every little bit of their house that the dog is going to be in. So we can make sure it's safe and a good environment for the dog. Once that is complete, we have a committee that reviews it to make sure that they are a good applicant and that there's nothing that we are concerned about. So our committee will review it and make sure that there's nothing concerning before we accept them as an applicant. Once they're accepted, we add them to a list for the dog, and we will put all that information into our database so that we can again, we'll go through and review everything when we think we have a dog for them. If for some reason we can't accept them, we will send a denial to them. But we don't just send them a denial letter, we will give them other resources that they can look into. Because maybe they're not suitable for our program, that doesn't mean that there's not another organization out there that can help them. The wait time is about 4 to 12 months, dependent on the program. Kids companions have to wait a little bit longer because they really need a soft marshmallow of a dog. And a lot of our dogs, they're bred to be working dogs. They have more drive than maybe a visually impaired child can handle. And we do require for the kids companions that the child be able to handle the dog. So they have to be a pretty easygoing dog to be suitable for kids companions. So we do have a matching process. So once we select the dog, we'll go back to our application list, and then we will look to see who's going to be the best fit for that dog, and their personality, what the person wants to do with them. So if we have a dog that is kind of a little bit on the nervier side and doesn't deal well in maybe a public situation, we're not going to give them to somebody who's going to want to go to Panera every day with them. We want to make sure that it is a good match personality-wise for everybody. So we do provide some benefits to skilled companion recipients. They do get 5 years of food, just as our guidance service dogs get a full lifetime of food. These are not working dogs, so 5 years is what we provide. They can purchase the first 6 months of preventions at cost. We do provide medical coverage for pre-existing conditions such as allergies. So again, that's the 5 years. We provide them with their equipment, so leash, collar, freedom harness, a starter kit, and then we have ongoing support from the skilled companion team. We stay in connection with them at all times. If they need anything at any point, they can reach out. We want to make sure that they are comfortable with their dogs. If they're having any issues, that we're addressing them. All right, so I did mention that we did expand this in 2023. So initially it was just the Gold Star family dogs and the kids companions. We did expand in fall of 2023, and that's more than doubled our placements. So this year, fiscal year 25, which runs from July 1st to June 30th, we did 31 placements. Last year we did 20, and then prior to that, 13 was our max placements. We didn't really place anything more than 13 companions in a year. We have already placed 8 dogs in this month, so we are already going for it for this year. So we're hoping to kind of go over that 31 placement by pretty significant amount. Okay, so by the numbers, so currently we do not need the stuffed animal. Silly. I'm pretty proud that she managed to last that long for it. Millie is a pet. She does everything. Yes, she is one of my career transfers. Stealing stuffed animals is not why she was transferred. Okay, so currently we have 133 active skill companion dogs, so we consider a dog active if it is under 10. At that point, we do officially retire them in our database, just because, again, they're not working dogs, so that's kind of the measurement we have to go with. 4 of those are with military families, so those are families that are active military. 5 adults with vision loss, 58 kids companions, 25 Gold Star family dogs, and 41 veterans dogs. So again, in fiscal year 25, we placed 31 dogs, 1 with a military family, 2 adults with vision loss, 9 kids companions, 5 Gold Star families, and 14 veterans. All right, questions?
What's the starter kit that you said with this companion?
It's a basic starter kit, typically with a bowl, a couple of toys. Yes, yeah, it's a basic starter kit just to get them started, not have to run out and immediately buy a bunch of things. Billy, just need the stuff animal. Here. So, I saw like 3 hands come up over here.
With the adult vision loss, that is minor vision loss?
No, they can be. We've got a couple of applicants that are fully visually impaired. They just maybe don't want a guide dog, or they're not going out enough to get to require a guide dog. I believe we do require a certain amount of going out and moving around for a guide dog. But some of them, it's just they don't want a guide dog. They just want a buddy that's going to be there, snuggle with them, do whatever. You know, they're whatever they feel like doing. Yes.
Are you placing them all over the U.S. or are they only in Florida or regional?
Yes. Actually, one of my team is out in San Diego right now doing a placement. So yeah, so we place them all over the U.S. They're anywhere from obviously California. We've got another one also going out to California soon. So we will do them anywhere in the U.S. Yes.
What happens if you place the dog as a skilled companion and it doesn't work out?
We will take the dog back. If it is a work issue, they are allowed. They can have a family member or friend adopt it out, or it can come back at any point. We will always take them back, and we'll either depending on why, we'll either reevaluate them for potential placement. We actually had that happen recently, where we had a dog go out actually for public adoption 5 years ago, 4 years ago, before we expanded the program. She came back. She was really nice, and she actually went out as a skilled companion.
Is it the person that has the skilled companion dog that makes that decision? Or are you in the process, like once the skilled companion dog is placed?
If they need the dog rehomed, they usually let us know. We do ask that they keep us in the loop with anything, including health issues. And we do have a fairly good communication base with most of our skilled companions. We do try to stay in contact with them as much as possible. But honestly, it's up to them at that point how much they keep us in the loop. Yes?
I was just going to say, you said veterans, can it be a retired first responder also?
Not yet. I'm not saying that wouldn't potentially be the future, but at the moment, the program we're just doing veterans and then adults and children, veterans, military families, adults and children with vision loss and Gold Star families.
Thank you.
Could we get there some point someday? I would love to, but right now that's not the focus, especially since it is a still fairly new program. We don't want to grow beyond what we can actually help with. Yes.
So by veterans, because when we're out and about and people ask us questions, how would a veteran qualify for a skilled companion dog? What criteria would they have to meet, or it's just anybody that's a veteran?
Any veteran.
Any
They have to fill out the application, but we don't require that they have PTSD or anything like that for a veteran's dog. They just have to have been active military and then left the military in good standing.
And is there a wait list for skilled companions? Usually just the 4 to 12 months is about the wait.
Currently, I can't remember I think we've got about 40 people on our list at the moment. So
when you meet people and you tell them, you know, you could have a dog, they're shocked.
yeah. Yes, we do not charge for skilled companions. provided to our applicants free of charge. So, any other questions? Yes.
Do dogs in your program have to stay on campus, or do they stay in homes often?
It depends. If they are, well, we do require they go to a host home at least for a weekend to make sure that their house manners are okay. We do some basic evaluations, but it has happened in the past where we've sent them home on that home trial and they destroyed a bunch of things. So we do require a home trial because obviously we don't want to necessarily send that home with an applicant and then have them be like, hello, yes, this dog ate my house. But if they are struggling on campus, we will put them out with a host. We do prefer if they can stay on campus, that they do, just so that we can get hands on them every day.
Okay.
Anybody else? No?